let's take a look on the next one. Okay, so the next one going to be in 3/4, and we're going to play, if you see exercise number 4, we're going to play 3 notes on the bass string, which is going to be F, on the 6th string G and A, and on top of that we're going to play dotted quarters. That's going to give me the polyrhythm. I'm playing 3 in the bass, and with the upper notes, with the upper voice, I'm playing 2 notes. Again, on just open string E. So let's see how does this one look. So I'm playing here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then I'm going to add quarter notes. So I'm playing 3, and at the same time 2. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2. So we have 3 here, and we have 2 here on the first string, just open string. You can use other notes if you want, maybe, you know, C or whatever note you want. It's going to sound just. It's just easier to start with the first string. You don't have to press anything, but you can do it with any note that you can reach with, you know, what left from your fingers there. So let's take a look at example number 5. So we're gonna play the same 3/4 pattern, which was F, G, and A, and now we're gonna actually use grouping again. If you see, we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna play 3/4 on the bass. That was G, F, G, and A, and on the upper we're gonna use the same pattern. We're gonna use the same pattern that gives you 2 notes over 3 notes, but we're going to group those 2 notes in groups of 3. So let's see how we can play it actually. So we play here the same notes, F, G, and A, and then instead of playing the first string all the time, we're going to group first string and then second string, we're going to play the third string, all open strings, so pretty easy. So let's see how does this one sound. So we have that. That's an interesting sound, because you have the polyrhythm going 3 and 2 up here, but those 2, instead of just playing 2, you group them in groups of 3. That sounds just interesting, and it resets instead of every 1 bar, every 3 bars. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Okay, so the next one is number 6. We're going to look at the same bass notes in 3/4, which was F, G, and A. And on the upper voice, we're going to look at 4 equal notes. So that's going to give us 4 playing over 3. So try to see this rhythm pattern. You have a dotted 8 note, then 16 note, and then a rest, or you can actually tie it. A rest of 8 note, and then you actually play an 8 note. Either 8 note, dotted 8 note, or either 8 note and the rest of 16, and then you have another dotted 8 note. That's going to give you a pattern of 4 over 3. So we're playing here 3 notes, like we just did. 1, 2, 3. And over that we're going to play this pattern, the upper voice, which is 4 equal notes. So let's see how does it sound. Okay, so now let's take a look at exercise number 7. We're going to play the same pattern of 4/4 like we did at the beginning. Like we're playing G twice and the note A twice. That's the lower line, the bass line. Then on the upper line, actually, we're going to go back to something we already played, which is dotted quarters. But now, because it's not going to be over a 3/4 rhythm, it's going to be over 4/4 rhythm. We're going to have a longer cycle here. So yeah, take a look. So we're actually playing, the first note is dotted quarter, the second note is dotted quarter, and then the third note is a quarter, but with a tie to an 8th note. That means another dotted quarter just over the bar line. Then we have another dotted quarter, another dotted quarter, and then an 8th note tied to a quarter note. A quarter note. So that's again actually a dotted quarter just over the bar line, and then 2 more dotted quarters. Okay, so that's basically going to give us like a polyrhythm of that's supposed to be 2 notes over 3 notes, but because we're playing a pattern of 4 notes, it's going to reset every 3 bars here. Okay, so let's see what we're doing. So we're playing here the same 4/4 we played already today. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the top voice is going to be the first string open like we already did, but with dotted quarters. So let's see how it sounds. Which are a little bit hard, so maybe you want to go back a little bit and just listen to it a few times, and then one time actually only listen to the bass line and actually just ignore the upper voice and just hear the 4/4, and then the second time maybe you want to go back and just play the same example and just listen to the upper voice, just to get those 2 voices separate, and then actually hear them together. So you can just go back and then listen just for the bass and like. No, just do it gradually and then try to play it. Let's take a look. Number 8. Oh yeah, we have a lot of stuff here today. So let's take a look. Number 8. It's going to be actually exactly the same, playing 3. Not playing 3. Sorry. It's going to be exactly the same, playing dotted quarters. That if you can see. So we have the first note is dotted quarter, second note is dotted quarter, the third note is a quarter tied to an 8th note, which is again a dotted quarter, and then we have an 8th note tied to a quarter, which is again dotted quarter. So all the notes here are dotted quarters. The only difference, we just played it on 4/4. Now we're actually going to play it on 5/4 pattern. If you see the lower line, it says you play 3 times a G note, and then you play twice an A note. So let's see how this one gonna go. So we play here 1, 2, 3 instead of 2, which we were doing all day. So we're playing 3, and then 2 notes here, and that's going to give us just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the upper voice will be again just the open string with just plain dotted quarters. So let's take a look at this one. Then we're back. Yeah, so it's the same. Just to show you, you can use the dotted quarters and play them on 3/4, and then 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, any meter you want. Then you can start grouping them. So the possibilities are really endless, because you can, if you understand everything we're talking today, you don't have to stick with the exercise I give you. It's just to show you different ideas and different techniques. But once you understand what is a meter and what is polyrhythm and what is grouping, so you can just do many other combinations. So let's take a look at number 9.